Hey everyone, this is Sam Love of the Calumet Wilderness. No adventure today. I just want to pay tribute to someone who's a good friend of mine, someone who's a good friend of my father's, somebody who is a good friend to many of you in Northwest Indiana. Gene Coleman passed away a few days ago. I think he was 87 years old. I am out here at I'm up here at Clark Road in Gary, Indiana right now. You're about to see it's a very heavily truck trafficked area, very industrial. But right in the middle of all this, you've got these two nature preserves, Pine Station and then Clark and Pine. Gene was really instrumental in helping preserve the Clark and Pine Preserve many decades ago. He always told me about, he tramped so many miles out there to get that thing purchased by the state of Indiana, as these polluting industries around here were encroaching on this rare dune and swale out here. And just, I'm grateful, and I know people who've been out here are so grateful for the efforts of Gene and the others who made this a reality. The Clark and Pine Preserve is generally closed to the public unless you've got someone from the state with you. And I've been in there before. We've done an adventure in there, actually. We did the Christmas bird count with Michael McCauley. Was that 2 Christmases ago? But I'm not going to go in there today. I've got a couple of open contracts with a few state agencies, so I'll just admire it from over here. Throw some old pictures and videos up there for you. Gene introduced me to the music of Concrete Blonde. That's how cool this guy was, as you can see right here. Gene moved to Gary in the 1950s from Pennsylvania to work at the mill and just fell in love with the place. And he always described it in terms of a rebirth. I think he said he was 22 when he got here and he was truly born, and everything else was just gestation. I know he'd made some really beautiful drawings back in the day. There's another one. He'd made these beautiful drawings of Gary's, especially the Orthodox churches, and I hope those are preserved somewhere. I feel like he sent me some digital copies, and I hope I can find those. That should be in the archives, no doubt. Gene was a great poet, and I was so glad that he contributed to the Gary Poetry Project back in 2017. So, yeah, a couple years ago, Gene sent me these awesome zines and alternative magazines. I got the Chicago Seed, which was a legendary one. And you can see he was involved with some of the anti-war activities against the Vietnam War here in Lake County. So I really treasure having these artifacts. And I met Gene back in the 1990s. Yeah, so a long time. Gene was involved with the seminary of the community, which influenced a lot of the interfaith efforts that exist in Northwest Indiana today. Gene was the kind of guy who right after September 11th went to the new mosque that had just been built out here and said, "I got your back." That's the kind of person he was. And that's why so many people are expressing condolences and sadness and joy at knowing him as well. So I know he was involved with the People's Turkey Drive up in East Chicago in his last few years, and just there are so many people that knew and loved this guy. So it's really sad. I know he'd been ill for a while, so just want to say, Gene, I will see you again, probably not too soon, but very grateful for the friendship here and the time together on this plane. All right, I got to get to some business here. Hope you all have a great day. I'm going to edit this together. Take care, Gene. Thanks, buddy. Peace.